Nithyanandam. Yes. So we'll start with the Satguru Vandanam. Holding our hands in Anjali Mudra. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadidam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavaditam Trigunaраhitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Okay. Yes. Nithyanandam. So Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, it begins on the 16th. And to honor this auspicious occasion, we are launching a special series on the Bhagavad Gita as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam, our dear Swamiji. And in today's fast-paced lifestyle, juggling work, family, and our endless to-do lists, stress can feel like a constant companion. But the chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita talks about the Sankhya Yoga. And through the Bhagavad Gita Decoded, written by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, reveals solutions to modern challenges and stress, burnouts, and fostering inner peace and the mental resilience to guide us to unshakable peace by realizing our eternal self.
In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, we discovered the profound philosophical understanding and realization that the senses are not the true self. It involves recognizing the difference between the body, the senses, and the soul, achieving a deep sense of detachment and understanding that the soul is not affected by physical elements.
And the Sankhya Yoga is a profound realization that liberates beings from pain and suffering and teaching detachment from outcomes and alignment with infinite consciousness. It awakens us to the truth of the eternal soul beyond stress, pain, or loss, and provides tools to break free from self-imposed stress, acting with purpose and living as a person with steady wisdom. So let us connect with you in the chat. Share what is your biggest stress trigger right now? Is it work, in relationships, finances, or something else?
In the West, stress often comes from external pressures, deadlines, bills, or all of life's uncertainties. In chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches the true peace comes from realizing the Atman, the eternal soul, untouched by these fleeting challenges. SPH Nithyananda, or Bhagwan, explains this as breaking the mental pattern of impossible and recognizing the real problem behind our suffering, not just surface level issues. So let us enter into the first discourse by Bhagwan, Break the Pattern of Not Possible, 2013.
Science of living enlightenment. I'll expand on this subject, science of living enlightenment. Please understand. First, I wanted you to understand this one word, yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. I am translating as yoga is authenticity in action. Not just perfection in action. Authenticity in action. Listen. Authenticity in your thinking means raising you to the peak, raising you again and again, higher and higher, expanding you more and more. Listen, the moment I say expanding you more and more continuously, how many of you feel, oh God, then it's an unending process. It can never end at all. I'll never be able to rest at all. It's an unending process. How many of you feel? Raise your hand. You are all death oriented. Understand? First thing you need to do is break that pattern. Life, see, how many of you desire you should live forever? You desire you should live forever, but when I give the process, you don't want to live. You don't want to do. See the contradiction. If you feel, oh God, authenticity is an unending process, I have to expand. I am not going to retire at all. I will never be allowed to retire at all. If you have that feeling, then commit suicide now. You are retired now. You can rest once for all. But that is not solution. Committing suicide is not solution. If that is solution, all of us could have committed suicide. No. Life is expansion. Life is expansion. Life is expansion. Listen. Come to the space of listening. Life is expansion. Whoever cherishes that idea, continuous expansion, then I will never have rest, I will never end. You are entertaining death in your heart. So don't blame if you get the diseases, killer diseases in your life, because you invited. The idea you entertain in your life invites different happenings of life. When you feel, wow, I'm going to expand. Authenticity is the best principle. Then understand, you are entering into Akshardham, eternal life. Break the pattern. I am never going to rest or what? Why do you need rest? Increasing the speed of running is rest. Increase the speed of running, make it into flying, it is rest. Reduce the friction. You see, in the road when you drive, when you run, there is a friction because two things are contacting each other. If you want bliss, joy, peace, don't reduce the speed. Reduce the friction. Just take off. Your body, mind, inner space, consciousness, whatever you feel about you, go on expanding, expanding, expanding. That is the only way life can continue to ooze in you, overflow in you. If you say, no, I can expand. See, now I do 2 hours of work. I'll make it into 4 hours, not more than that. Then I'll rest. No. Make it into 24 hours and few minutes extra. And penetrate into time whenever you need more time, whenever you need to do more work, stop the time, complete the work and allow the time to move. You can do. An ordinary Indian housewife, Savitri, did it. She is not a rishi, saint, sadhu, mahatma, siddha, yogi. No. Ordinary housewife. In India. She did it. It is possible. Don't think only it is possible for Savitri. Because she made it possible, she became Savitri. If you make it possible, you will become Savitri. There is no such thing. It is possible only for Savitri. Because she made it possible, she is Savitri. Listen. You always say, no, that is only for Savitri. I have seen many times ordinary people making it happen. And I have seen many times even great sadhus missing it. I know one organization, a religious organization, whole organization strongly believes no one can achieve the space of their founder. They feel, no, that's all over. Now nobody else can become Paramahamsa. Authenticity of the organization is lost. Should go on producing Paramahamsa more. You will not die along with me. Understand? There are some religious organizations, not some, many. They believe their master caliber person can never happen again. Ramakrishna Mission believes never again the caliber of Ramakrishna's personality can happen. ISKCON believes never again the caliber of Prabhupada can happen. Chinmaya Mission believes never again the caliber of a personality level of Chinmayananda can happen. Swaminarayan organization believes never again the caliber of a personality like Swaminarayan can happen. I command and declare, Nithyananda Sangha not only should believe, should work and be successful, creating millions of people more qualified than Nithyananda. A Sangha need to be alive with the collective authenticity. The moment you believe you cannot create more Nithyanandas, your collective Sangha has to be alive. And a master lives in the form of Sangha after he leaves the body. After I leave the body, I continue to be available to the world in the form of the Sangha. So the Sangha has to keep itself alive through the collective authenticity. मैं यह आदेश देता हूँ कि नित्यानंद संघा लगातार अवतार पुरुषों को जन्म देगा. ऐसे अवतार पुरुष जो उनके संस्थापक से भी अधिक शक्तिशाली हो. मैं यह घोषणा करता हूँ कि नित्यानंद संघ विश्वास ही नहीं बल्कि ज्यादा और ज्यादा अवतार पुरुषों का निर्माण करने के लिए काम करेगा. When you lose your individual authenticity, you become atheist. When you lose collective authenticity, you become bunch of atheists, which is dangerous. Don't die with my dead body. First of all, my body itself is not going to die. Understand unending expansion. The word ending is also negative. Continuous expansion. Continuous expansive expansion is life. That is life. That is life. O the sons of immortality, disciples of Nithyananda, listen. You are all sons of immortality. Break all the root patterns which makes you feel continuous expansion is life. Authenticity is life. नित्यानंद संघ को सामूहिक श्रद्धा के साथ स्वयं को जीवित रखना होगा और लगातार विस्तारित होना होगा. Life is a continuous expansion. All the listeners, listen. If your body is ready to live now just with liquid diet, don't think you achieved big. Move to the next level. Make the body more authentic to live on pure air. Move to the next level. Make the body more authentic to breathe through the leg. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. अमरत्व के पुत्र मेरे शिष्यों सुनो. आपको व्यक्तिगत श्रद्धा और संघ के सामूहिक श्रद्धा को लगातार विस्तारित कीजिए और निरंतर काल तक अमर रहिए. Authenticity only begins, never ends. Incompletion has only ending, it has no beginning. Authenticity has only beginning, no ending. All incompletions has only ending, no beginning. You don't know when it started. maybe it would have started before the time started. Authenticity as only beginning, no end. Understand, in every action, bring authenticity. If you are breathing up to your chest, if you are inhaling and exhaling is happening up to the chest level, bring authenticity. Make it up to the Mooladhara. Then bring more authenticity. Make it up to knee level. If you can do 6 Surya Namaskar, bring authenticity. Make it into 12. If you are able to handle 5 kg dumbbells, bring authenticity. Make it into 8. You are not going to die by making 5 into 8. Anybody thinks you are going to die? If you think, because you think you may die, not because of the dumbbell. Because of your thinking you may die, not because of the dumbbell itself. Expand, expand, expand. People ask, what is the safe way of expanding, Swamiji? Do it wildly. That is a safe way of expanding. I am talking with the responsibility that I am talking in the national television. I am talking to you as a responsible teacher. I am teaching you the science. I am teaching you the science of life, not some superstition. I am not an atheist to teach superstition to you. When you seal the possibility, you are atheist. Atheists also have a dial a prayer service. You can call up that number and it rings, 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 nobody answers. If you know the other side of the phone, somebody is going to attend, you will see somebody will be attending. If you think there is nobody to attend the other side, it will not be attended. Atheists try to call and say, nobody picked up, God is not there. Indians try to dial and say, yes, it's a STD call, but he attends. Keralites dial and say, oh, it's a local call, but he attends. Biddi people dial and say, he attends, it's intercom. He attends, understand. He is continuously attending. It is the possibility, space of possibility. Continuously living in the space of possibility. I tell you. Only till you break the patterns, it is impossible. You are not that demonish that you are living with millions of patterns. Even Ravana had only 2 patterns. So you are not worse than Ravana, don't worry. You may be having only few patterns. Till you break that patterns only, it's little difficult. Not after that. Not after that. I tell you, whenever, wherever your mind or body tells you, oh, that's all, I cannot expand, break that pattern. Break that pattern. For 1 year, tell yourself very clearly, I am not going to show any pseudo sympathy to me. I am only going to show the real sympathy to me. Means practicing integrity. Take this as a 1 year exercise. 1 year, I will not listen to any of the boundaries I am told of. I can't break, I can't for next 1 year. Physically, mentally, in responsibility. I have some of the ashramites who are working with me. He can't think. Yesterday I gave him some few work, 7 hours he sat and comes back with me. And when I asked him, he stands like a frightened kid. One of my rishi, I gave him few work. The evening he comes back. When I ask him, he stares at me. No, it is such a strong pattern living in him. Nothing is possible. Just exact anti of me. Just 1 year. Go on breaking the pattern of no. Break the pattern of not possible. Decide 6 months completion, 1 year authenticity. Just for practicing authenticity, 1 year. 6 months you have to spend in completion. Completing with every person in your life. 1 year. Practice authenticity. I tell you, after that, the word impossible would have disappeared from you. There is nothing impossible. Listen, the border you create, actually what separates you from the cosmos? The skin and the identity, you are only up to your skin. What separates your mind from the cosmic mind? Just the border you made, I can do only this much. Impossible is the border you built inside the cosmic mind to separate your mind. Like boat jetties in the ocean, where they keep all the small boats. They will have a huge stone wall built so that there will be less waves. The boats are protected. Just like that wall separates the ocean from the boat jetty, your impossible separates your individual mind from the cosmic mind. Break that wall. After that, anything happens in your individual mind, the cosmic mind will say, Tatastu, so be it. because of that wall impossible? You do not allow the vibration happening in the individual mind to pass it to the cosmic mind. If there is a wall, anything happens in that boat jetty will never reach the ocean. Impossible is not reality, it is a pattern. Please listen, please understand. All the miracles I continue to perform is not to show off or demonstrate or my pride. It is just to tell you one statement. Impossible is only pattern, not reality. If you think something is impossible by you, it is only a pattern, it is not truth. I am going to learn first and do it. Then I am going to tell all the ashramites to do it. Sannyas initiation only after they complete pole yoga. No, it is possible. It is possible. Somebody sent me a YouTube video. 83-year-old lady is doing gymnastics. I was shocked. Oh God. She is not a yogi. She has not learnt authenticity from an incarnation. When she can do, why not you? Claiming the children of an incarnation. जो भी आप असंभव सोचते हैं उसकी सूची बनाइए, सूची बनाइए. 1 वर्ष के इस अभ्यास के बाद आप देखेंगे वो सभी असंभव कार्य संभव हो जाएंगे, वास्तविकता भी बन जाएंगे. Listen. Our whole Sangha woke up when I declared we will be enriching 1,000 lives on May Inner Awakening. Whole Sangha woke up. We will do in August. It is not that we have given up on ourselves and others. No. We will enrich 1,000 lives in August. But the benefit happened in the May is we woke up, and this is the largest program we are conducting after the persecution. Yesterday I made a statement, this is the largest program in the land. I was thinking the cruise was larger. No, just yesterday I was told this is the largest program after the religious persecution. 3 years of slumber, tiredness, laziness, given upon ourselves and others. The whole Sangha woke up just by the one declaration. Now we will start flying. Now we will start flying. First, I made the whole Sangha believe. People feel, yes, we can stand up again. Man who can give this push when people fall is a leader. I can see the confidence in the eyes of my Swamis, my volunteers, my organizers, my devotees, my disciples, even in the eyes of the participants. What was the number of lives enriched in the last inner awakening? It's only 2 digit. That much I can be sure. Two digit. And only 53 days. gap. Tell me the number and the gap, number of days. The whole Sangha woke up. And I tell you, August, we will be enriching more than 1,000 lives because we already broke the pattern of impossible. Any weight crushes you. If you stand up, that itself becomes strength for you because you lifted that weight. If you allow it to crush, you are crushed. If you lift it, it becomes your strength. The pattern impossible can either crush you or it can become strength for you. It can strengthen you. For example, 10 kg dumbbells is kept in the hand. Now it is literally crushing your hand. If you lift it, that same 10 kg now adds strength to your muscle. If you allow it to crush you, and over. This persecution was the collective impossibility put on us, the alagala poison put on us, collective negativity put on us. Mahadeva, just by swallowing the whole thing and finishing off in the throat, he declared victory. Let understand the meaning of alagala, swallowed in the throat and declared victory, means just by the declaration of a word, Mahadeva crushed the alagala poison. Just when I declared we will be enriching 1,000 lives through May Inner Awakening, I already swallowed the whole alagala poison of impossible and finished it off, destroyed it. The poison has lost its quality of killing anymore. It doesn't have the quality of killing anymore. When poison becomes part of the Mahadeva's body, naturally it becomes nectar. March, 42 lives are attending, getting enriched. Only 33 days gap. "60 days before we declared 1,000 lives will be enriching for May. In 60 days, the whole Sangha woke up. Now we know how to break the pattern of impossible. We will continue to break the pattern of impossible. We stood up. We will now start flying. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Earlier, we had the translation as yoga is perfection in action. I request all the devotees to update. Many of you would have put this statement in your office, house, based on my request. Now update. Yoga is authenticity in action. Yogasya pratamam dvaram vangnirotaha. First step in yoga is reduction in the words you utter. Means first step of yoga is reduction in words due to practice of integrity. And yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is authenticity in action. When authenticity is in action, it is yoga. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. योगा कार्य में न केवल पूर्णता है बल्कि कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना है. हर कार्य में श्रद्धा लाना योगा है. योगा कर्मसु कौशलम. कार्य में श्रद्धा ही योगा है. जब कोई वासन आपको कुचल रहा है, जब कोई वसन आपको कुचल रहा है, यदि आप उसे उठाते हैं, पीड़न हमने अनुभव किया वो सामूहिक नकारात्मकता थी. केवल एक घोषणा में इनर अवेकनिंग कार्यक्रम में 1000 लोगों की जीवन को लाभान्वित करेगा द्वारा मैंने उस उत्पीड़न की हाला को समाप्त कर दिया. Bring authenticity in every level. The way you do business, the way you maintain relationships, the way you take the responsibility, the way you think, the way you cognize the world, the way you respond to the world, the way you act, the way you feel, the way you behave with you and the way you behave with others, the way you behave with your body, the way you behave with your mind, with everything. Bring authenticity. The way you behave with your boss. If you are irritated just by seeing the boss, extend it. You will not get irritated at least for 5 minutes. If you are agitated, the moment you go to the office, extend it. For 2 hours you will be in peace without getting agitation. What is agitation? Not taking the responsibility for what you mean to others is agitation. When you don't take responsibility for your commitments to others, you get agitated. You get irritated. If you take the responsibility for your commitments, you will not be agitated. You will not be irritated. First thing you need to do, any root pattern in you which does not allow the cognition of constant expansion, break that first. Complete with that pattern first. Complete with that pattern first. Get out of that pattern first. जब आप अपने प्रतिबद्धताओं का उत्तरदायित्व लेते हैं, आप आवेश और आंदोलन की स्थिति में नहीं रहेगा, नहीं रहेंगे. Don't show pseudo sympathy towards you. Because if you show the pseudo sympathy, you are not showing sympathy to you, you are showing sympathy to your root patterns, which will flourish and grow and destroy you more. I have seen people even forgot moving their hands while walking. One priest, temple priest, came to see my puja once. I myself was doing arti. He was shocked and he said, only after seeing your arti, I realized we all forgot even to raise the hand fully when we do arti. We just do. The whole hand should move. Arti should fly in the air. Fire should fly in the air. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Authenticity is life. Break all the patterns of inauthenticity. First, break the root pattern of impossible in your life. आज सत्संग के सारांश है today's satsang's essence is केवल एक वर्ष श्रद्धा पूर्वक अपनी अश्रद्धा बारे व्यवहार को तोड़ दीजिए. इस अभ्यास को आरंभ करने के पूर्व ही आप जो भी असंभव मानते हैं उसको एक कागज पर लिखिए, फिर श्रद्धा के साथ जीना आरंभ कीजिए. एक वर्ष के बाद आप देखेंगे कि आपके सोचे हुए हर असंभवता संभव हो जाएगा और वास्तविकता में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा. आपके जीवन के हर स्तर में संबंधों प्रति श्रद्धा लाइए. लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. स्वयं के प्रति बनावटी सहानुभूति को ना दिखाई, स्वयं के प्रति शक्ति से पेश आइए और बगैर कोई समझौता की लगातार श्रद्धा में रहिए. आइए अब हम सब आज यह घोषणा करें कि आपसे मैं जो भी कार्य करूंगा उसमें श्रद्धा लाऊंगा.
जीवन मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्. आनन्दानुभव.
Wow, what a powerful satsang in revelation and living example gifted by Bhagwan. Bhagwan, in this satsang, Bhagwan introduces the yogic principle from the Bhagavad Gita, Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam, translated as yoga is authenticity in action. Not just perfection in action, authenticity in action, authenticity in your thinking, raising into your peak. This teaches self-mental barrier our potential. And Mahakatita, this satsang was a flashback when Swamiji declared 1,000 lives for the May 2013 Inner Awakening Program, where just by the strength of Swamiji's declaration of 1,000 lives being caused for that inner awakening, Swamiji swallowed all of the poison from the persecution by standing up, declaring, being authentic. Bhagwan shows by his very example what it means to be authentic and boldly to break all the patterns that hold us back and align us with the expansive nature of life. With everything, Swamiji says, bring authenticity. Wow, it's just so amazing to hear that, because I was there at that time when Swamiji made this declaration, and literally the whole Sangha just woke up and was just alive and bustling to make that declaration a reality, and it happened.
Wow, that is so amazing, Madhyanatma. Thank you so much for sharing that. And now from this breakthrough from Bhagavan, let's delve into one of his greatest gifts, the science of completion. What is the science of completion? Do you ever feel stressed out from a tough day at work or a family drama blowing up your phone? In Bhagavad Gita says there is a part of you, your true self, that's calm and steady no matter what is going on. And it's about separating what's temporary, like stress, from what's real, lasting inside you. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam, Swamiji's The Science of Completion process encourages introspection to recognize the inauthentic thoughts and behaviors, enabling us to release these mental barriers. And by completing with the root patterns of impossibility in your life, we cultivate authenticity in our actions, in our thoughts, and our relationships.
Well, it's just so exciting to start opening up this topic of science of completion, because Swamiji has talked so much about it. He's been so patiently showering and blessing us with this amazing breakthrough for humanity, which is the science of completion process shared by Swamiji. And it gives people conscious breakthroughs, super conscious breakthroughs, to really drop all their karmas and programs where we spend more time on the science of completion. But we just wanted to introduce it with this short video where Bhagwan is on one of his greatest and most special gifts to humanity, the science of completion, and the profound benefits of making completion a daily practice, not just a one-time, you go to a meditation program, you do some process. No, science of completion is a daily, perpetual practice, and becoming comfortable with this space. It's not a separate action, but it is a decision. So let's jump into this video about the science of completion.
नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरु। मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahants, Kotaris, Tanedars, sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Lotus News Channel, Sadhana TV, two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha in many cities, many countries around the world. Cities sitting with us: Thiruvanmiyur, Chennai; Simi Valley, California; Toronto, Kailasam; St. Louis, Tirumala; Los Angeles, Nithyananda University, Los Angeles; Varanasi; San Jose, Madurai; Charlotte, Sri Salem; Seattle, Chidambaram; St. Louis, Tirumala; Toronto, Kailasam; Simi Valley, California; Thiruvanmiyur, Chennai; Varanasi; Singapore, Singapuram; Nithyananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad; Nithyananda Nagar Thiruvannamalai, Nithyananda Nagar Bidadi, Nithyananda University Los Angeles, Nithyananda University Paris, Ohio Prayag, Toronto Kailasam, San Jose Madurai, Hong Kong Sirgari, Dakota Dunes, Houston Kalahasti, Guadalupe Rameshwaram, Hyderabad Gupta Kashi, Jorpati Nepal, London Kashi, Dubai Vaidyanatham, High Point North Carolina, Coimbatore Youth Sabha, Coimbatore Dhyanapitham, and Auckland, New Zealand, Port Washington, New York, High Point, North Carolina, Houston, Kalahasti, Dakota Dunes, Hong Kong, Sirgari, London, Kashi, Oman, Sivagangai, Abu Dhabi, Philadelphia, Chitlapakkam, Chennai, Scottsdale, Arizona, Warrington, UK. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. I'll expand on getting comfortable with completion. Listen. Still, I am going to take 2 more days for you guys to lead you guys into completion, because still you need to have a little more time, energy, understanding about all your incompletions. But before that, I wanted to share this very important idea with you, getting comfortable with completion. Let me expand on this truth, getting comfortable with completion. Listen. How the space of completion feels, how your everyday activity from that space is so enchanting. Listen, enchanting, that's a word I will use, enchanting. Please understand. When you get comfortable with the space of completion, simply anybody who sees you will be enchanted by you, because you are closer to them than their own soul. Please understand. Everyone loves their soul. Because of the space of completion the soul gives, the space of the completion experience the soul provides. If you enchant people, the enchanting is done so many ways. If you have a beautiful body, people can be enchanted. Or you have amazing, entertaining habit, attitude, like telling jokes or the great ideas about life, or music, dance, this also can be entertaining. But all that is only a depreciation asset. Your beauty cannot enchant people for a long time. It's a depreciation asset. Your singing ability or your knowledge, your wit, intelligence, maybe that can be appreciation asset, but that also only limited to one life. But if you carry the space of completion, it is actually exponentially appreciating asset. You will be the source of completion for thousands of people. You will just be enchanting wealth and anything and everything else. listen. That is why if you fall into the river with your money suitcase and your son, you first save yourself. Then only think of your son or your suitcase bag, whatever. Because if you are there, you can have money and one more son. Anyhow, listen, getting comfortable with your completion. Whole day, constantly try to be in the space of completion. Whenever agitation happens, incompletion happens, take few minutes, go to the bathroom, lock yourself and do completion and come out. No one will tell you anything. Why? When you want to go to bathroom, you run to the restroom. So decide getting comfortable with completion will remove the layers and layers of thinking which is away from the reality. Please understand. Many times you can see in your life, if you are doing some work, suddenly when the layers of thinking engulfs you, you are removed from reality. After a few minutes you wake up, oh, where I am. Especially when you are working on the computer, cooking, sitting in the CEO chair of the office, being moved away from the reality due to incompletion. That should be completely completed. First 2-3 days if you try, you will see all the restlessness completely gets settled. You will start feeling very comfortable with your space of completion. And not only that, you will get the taste of how in the space of completion itself you can operate. You can walk, talk, work, think, do everything. How the knowledge to operate the body and mind from the space of completion gets awakened, you can see. Please listen. Operating from the space of completion means you getting very comfortable in your day-to-day life with completion. Actually, I wanted the youth of this country to learn that only. If the youth of this country learns to live in the space of completion, the whole country will be blessed. That is why today we are organizing the Youth Sava in Coimbatore Dhyanapeetham. I welcome all the youths in the Coimbatore Dhyanapeetham to learn the process of completion and get comfortable with it. It is completion. The process of completion, the knowledge of completion. Process of completion, the knowledge of completion. That makes you a man. That makes you a person. Understand, we will conquer the world by being the source of completion to the world. Never by wealth nor by terrorism. Understand, neither by conversion nor by terrorism. We will be unique and successful by being the source of completion for the whole universe. I myself personally neither believe in conversion nor believe in terrorism. Terrorism is the violent conversion, conversion is the psychological terrorism. Psychological terrorism is conversion, physical conversion is terrorism, that's all. I do not believe in both. I wanted the youth of this country to be the source of comfort for the world, for a job. Accept job, work, nothing wrong, great, but carry the signs of comfort. Understand, English is not a language, it's a culture. Completion is not just a technique, it is a culture. It's a heritage. English is not just a language. If you pick up that language, your accent, your dress, everything will become different. Same way, completion is not just a technique. It's a heritage, a great cultural heritage. Once you pick it up, the way you sit, the way you walk, the whole thing will be different. The way you talk, walk, whole thing will be different. Getting comfortable with the space of completion means trying whole day to be in the space of completion, even when you are reading, writing, working, talking, planning, using your time or misusing your time or abusing your time, whatever you may be doing, getting more and more comfortable, getting more and more comfortable with your completion. Getting more and more comfortable with the space of completion is all we need. That's all we want. Understand? So today, this is the only thing I wanted to share with you all. Spend more and more time to get comfortable with the space of completion. Because getting comfortable with the space of completion is like a pilot drill. Whenever we drill in an object, the pilot drilling will be done, means they will just for few millimeter, they will try to put the drill bit into it, into that object and take it out. It's called pilot drilling, to see whether the drill bit goes straight into the object. Is the drill bit guided properly into the object? For that, these are few lessons of engineering once in a while I remember. This getting comfortable with the space of completion is like a pilot drilling. Once you get little comfortable with the space of completion, then burning all your incompletions and permanently establishing you in the space of completion is my job.
Yes, just by watching and listening to that satsang itself gives so much completion. And that completion is not just a technique, it is a heritage, a great cultural heritage. And let us all live as the source of completion. and be enchanting for ourselves and others. And Bhagavan Swamiji has shared so many revelations from the Bhagavad Gita. So we have so much to share with you. And now let's go further into these great truths in the Bhagavad Gita revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that suffering comes from misidentifying with the body and mind, not the Atman. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism calls this reasonless suffering the dark night of the soul, not a negative state, but an auspicious sign that your soul is ready to awaken to its eternal nature. So let us now watch this video. So why are you suffering? Revelations from the Bhagavad Gita by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from September the 2011th.
Sorry for the technical glitch. So let us continue. So Swamiji teaches us suffering isn't caused by your boss, your family, or your failures. It is the Atman struggling to express its infinite nature to the limits of Prakriti. For our viewers, this is like feeling overwhelmed by life's chaos. Bhagwan says this is the dark night of the soul. It is a sacred signal of your soul's maturity, ready to realize Paramashivam. By practicing completion, we let go of wrong cognitions and embrace our internal self.
Imagine you are stressed out about a work project. Chapter 12, verse 14 says, contacts with material objects cause pleasure and pain, which come and go. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism teaches that blaming external factors like a tough boss keeps us trapped. Instead, the Sankhya Yoga discriminative knowledge helps us see that our true self, the Atman, is beyond these dualities. And the Kailasa ecosystems around the world and online supports us in practicing completion to transform suffering into bliss.
And now, to deepen our understanding of these profound teachings, let's move to Bhagwan's Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, You Are Eternal. Bhagwan expands on the eternal nature of the soul, Atman, and how we can live in that truth, free from the illusions of suffering and time.
वसुदेवसुदं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. The next sloka here starts the essence of the whole Gita. Natvevagam jatunasam natvam neme janatipa nachaiva napavishyama sarve vayamadav param. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. I think this is the gist of the whole Gita. If you can understand this one sloka, straight away you can become enlightened. you will be able to enter into that eternal bliss. Krishna says there was never a time when I, you and all of these things does not exist. If you think that our souls will also die along with our bodies, then you are wrong. We were before our birth on this earth and we will remain even after death. This is also not true that any of us will not be in the future. In Zen Buddhism, there is a beautiful meditation technique to achieve enlightenment. You are asked to meditate on the face which you had before your birth. You are asked to meditate on the face which you had before your birth. Then you will realize you exist in the past, present, and in the future. Your face may change, your body may change, but you continue to exist. Why? Then why we think we will die? Why the fear of death happens? Exactly what happens? If what Krishna says is truth, that we are never bothered by the time, we are there in the past, we are here, we will be there in the future. Why we are worried about our life? Why we are so much bothered about death? Let you first understand the concept of this time, past, present and future. Then you will be able to understand what Krishna says. I will try to explain a small diagram of the concept of time, the past, present and future. Then you will be able to understand the concept of time and the Atman. Time is like a shaft continuously moving into the past. This is future, this is past. Continuously the future is moving into the past. Continuously future is becoming past. Every moment, in every second, future is becoming past. Where the future and the past meets, that point is present. This point is present. The future is continuously moving into the past. Where the future and the past meets, this point is present. Now, your mind or your thoughts is nothing but movements between past and the future. Please understand, you can't have any thoughts if you start thinking about the past or the future. If you stop worrying about the future and thinking about the past, you will not be able to have even a single thought. Your thought is nothing but continuously moving from past to future, past to future. Your thought is nothing but moving from past to future, past to future, past to future. The more time you jump from past to future, more number of thoughts. The less you jump from past to future, less number of thoughts. The more you jump from here to here, here to here, you are having more number of thoughts. Your thoughts are nothing but your movement between past and the future. Just try to think. Think something about the present, you can't. Even if you try to think, you would have made that as a past, only then you can think. You can never think about the present. Either you will be worrying about the future or remembering the past. Nothing else can be done. Mind as such is nothing but the movements between the past and the future. The more the frequency, more your grasp. For example, if you have 100 thoughts per second, 100 TPS, thoughts per second, means 100 times you jump from past to future, future to past. And if you have 80 TPS, 80 thoughts per second, 80 times you will be jumping from past to future and future to past. The more the frequency, you will be more away from the present moment. The more the number of thoughts, you will be more away from the present moment. If the number of thoughts reduces, you will fall in the present moment. If the number of thoughts, if the frequency comes down, you will fall in the present moment. The more number of thoughts, the more you jump between the past and the future, the more you are away from the present. You will not be around the present. The more TPS or the more frequency, more you are away from the present moment. More the frequency, more your worries, more your suffering, and more your problems. When you are having high frequency, you think your body. This area is called Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya. When the frequency is little less, this area is Pranamaya. Pranamaya Kosha. If the frequency is 60, of course, I am just saying as a proportion, then Manomaya Kosha. You come little subtle, little near to the Atman. If you fall in the present moment, you are in Atman. In this present moment, you are in Atman. See. Past, present and future, all put together is eternal. Nitya, Atman. This is what we call Nitya, Atman. All three put together, past, present and future, all three put together is Nitya or Atman. You can fall into the Atman only by falling into the present moment. Only when you come to the present moment, you can experience the Atman. But as of now, we are continuously jumping between past and the future, past and the future. The more the frequency, more you are stuck, more you are away from the Atman. The Upanishad says there are 5 layers: Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya. This is Vijnanamaya. Then when you come to 20 TPS, you go to Anandamaya. One more thing you need to understand. When the number of thoughts is less, you will not even know how time passes. A small example, when you sit with your close friend or whom you love, even if 2-3 hours passes, you will not know the time has passed. Suddenly you realize, oh, so many hours have passed. What happened? You forget everything because the number of thoughts is less. If you are sitting with somebody who is continuously boring you, with whom you don't feel comfortable, in every 5 minutes you will be seeing the watch. You will think, why? The watch is not moving. Why? The time is not moving. The time is more psychological. It is not chronological. That is why in our scriptures, in our Veda, we have a word Kshana. Kshana does not mean a second. It means the gap between one thought and the other thought. So if your TPS, if your thought per second is less, you will be naturally in ecstasy, in bliss. If the number of thoughts is less, you will not even know how much of time has passed, because you are in bliss. If the number of thoughts is more, you will be in hell. This is hell, this is heaven. Hell and heaven are nothing but number of thoughts, that's all. The more the frequency, you are in hell, caught in the physical layer, you think you are a body. When the number of thoughts comes down, you think you are a prana sarira. If it comes down, then you think you are a mind. When it comes down, you think you are an emotion. You are just emotion. When it comes down, you realize you are bliss. And when it becomes completely zero, you enter into the Atman, you realize you are there in the past, you are here in the present, you will be there in the future. Only a man whose TPS becomes zero, he can experience what Krishna says, you will be there forever. The past, present, future, all three are only just words. You exist throughout. You exist throughout. But as of now, you are continuously jumping between past and the future. You are continuously jumping between past and the future. Your frequency is too much. You don't have that much of patience to know, to realize your source. You don't have that much of energy to understand who you are. What is your base? What is your nature? You are continuously jumping from past to the future, future to the past. If you can bring down your thought per second, if you can reduce the TPS, you will fall in the present moment. The moment you fall in the present moment, you will experience you were there in the past, you will be here in the present, you are here in the present, and you will be here forever in the future. This experience happens to you only when you fall in the present moment. Krishna says, you were there in the past, you are here in the present, you will be there in the future. You don't die. When he says, he means you are Nitya Atman, eternal consciousness. You are beyond your mind. But you know only this space of moving from past to future. That is why you are not able to believe that this space exists in you. If you can bring down the TPS, if you can reduce the number of thoughts, you will be able to experience you are this. You are not just this. As of now, you are away from the present moment, means you are away from the eternal consciousness. You are away from the present moment. You are restless, moving from past to the future. So you are not able to see the truth of this Nitya Atman or the eternal consciousness. The more the TPS, more you are away. From here, you can't see this clearly. If you come down, you will be able to see your nature more clearly. You will be able to experience your nature more deeply. Here, Krishna says, you are the eternal Atman. When he says you are the eternal Atman, you are there in the past, you were there in the past, you are here in the present, you will be there in the future. He means you are beyond time. He means as a being, you are Atman. But as of now, you are caught in the mind between the past and the future. That is the reason as of now, you are caught between the past and the future. That is the reason it will be difficult to believe what Krishna says. But a man who has fallen to the present moment, if you can bring yourself to the present moment, you will be able to experience what Krishna says. He says beautifully, there was never a time when I, you and all of these things does not exist. We were before our birth on this earth and we will remain even after our death. This is also not true that any of us will not be in the future. Means we will be in the future. There is nothing called death to our being. There is nothing called death to our consciousness. Whatever can die can never live. Whatever lives can never die. Here, your deep consciousness says that something is living in you. That quality you attribute with your body and mind. So don't attribute, don't misunderstand your qualities of consciousness with your qualities of body and mind. You are not just the body and mind. As long as you are caught in the past and the future, you will be thinking you are body. The moment you come down to the present moment, you experience you are beyond body and beyond.
Felt like sitting with Swamiji. How Swamiji that literally and the supreme from identifying with this temporary body. What a liberating truth. How does this resonate with you, Matyan?
Actually, this satsang hit me on so many levels. It's so transformative, isn't it? This discourse is nearly 15 years old, but so relevant and transformative. Bhagwan is literally the epitome of timelessness. The revelations made in this satsang made me realize how much we cling to the body and mind as our identity. And that brings us to Bhagwan's explanation of thoughts per second. Yes, TPS. How our mind's constant chatter jumping between past regrets and future anxieties, like a monkey, traps us in the illusions of time. How moments of joy, like during our pujas, our meditations with Bhagwan, time just disappears. Actually, Mahakatita, I don't know if you saw, but when Swamiji was first, he started the satsang, he was sitting. Then Swamiji stood up and walked to the easel to describe TPS. In that moment, literally the thoughts per second, anyone who was watching in that moment would have decreased, just seeing the grace of Swamiji flowing and so gracefully doing such a simple action, but literally you can feel his presence in every moment, and it's literally walking divinity, and that literally put my thoughts TPS to a lower state. So he works on all levels.
Yes, exactly, Iman. That's so wonderful how you put it. And how Bhagavan's guidance on reducing that TPS, the mental fluctuations, to enter that present moment is so practical and so profound. And he's not just giving us a philosophy, he's giving us that roadmap to Ananda, that state of pure bliss, where time ceases to exist. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explains that Arjuna's suffering is reasonless, not caused by external factors, but by the very nature of existence, struggling to express its divinity through us. And that comparison to a mother's delivery's pain was so powerful. It made me see suffering as an auspicious process, a doorway to enlightenment.
So true. That analogy was really powerful. It's like Bhagwan is saying, don't run from suffering, don't negate it, don't deny it, embrace it as part of the cosmic process. And Krishna's role, as Bhagwan reveals, is to stop Arjuna from blaming himself or others like we all do, which only deepens the pain. Bhagwan's teaching shifts that perspective entirely. Suffering isn't a punishment, it's a sacred invitation to awaken.
Absolutely. And watching this video, I was reflecting on how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's presence makes these ancient teachings so alive, so accessible. He's not teaching us, he's awakening us to our own divinity. And that's the beauty of Bhagavan's guidance. He is showing us that living enlightenment isn't just some distant goal, it is here, now, in this very moment. And for those of us in the West, Arjuna's struggle feels familiar. Think of stress from a demanding job, family pressures, or that overwhelming sense of burnout. In Bhagavad Gita Decoded, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism breaks down the Sankhya Yoga, the Gita's second chapter, showing us how to dissolve these mental patterns or samskaras using Swamiji's powerful completion technique. It is like hitting a reset button for your mind, helping you find peace no matter what the chaos or no matter the chaos is. You can grab these 18-volume series in English, and you can also
Simply click on the link, download it. Bhagavad Gita Decoded is a historic, timeless masterpiece by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the SPH, offering a profound modern take on Bhagavad Gita's timeless truths. It dives deep into philosophical and practical wisdom, guiding all the readers to self-realization and liberation. Through tools like the science of completion, Bhagwan shows how to break free from stress and align with the eternal Atman, your true, unshakable self. Available in the download link below in the description link, as Mahakathita told. Please click it, download it, save it, treasure it. This series is a practical roadmap to living enlightenment, bridging ancient spirituality with today's challenges. Now, as we conclude today's session, today, through this chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Bhagwan has illuminated the path to inner peace. He shows us that we are the eternal Atman beyond stress and suffering, as Krishna declares. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. Suffering, as SPH teaches, is a catalyst for awakening, a dark night of the soul that signals our readiness to realize Paramashiva. By practicing completion, we break the mental pattern of impossible, discriminate between Purusha, eternal consciousness, and Prakriti, temporary matter, and act with authenticity in our dharma.
And start today. Practice completion to dissolve the inner restlessness. Act authentically and without clinging to outcomes. And join Nithyananda Sangha and join and become a Kailasavasi to grow with the community of seekers and like-minded souls.
So thank you everyone for joining us today. Visit the link below for Bhagwan's Bhagavad Gita book, a series, a profound roadmap to living enlightenment. And please join us all for Kailasa's Krishna Janmashtami celebration coming up. And share your final thoughts in the chat and let us hear how these teachings resonate with you. And join us for our next live stream as we delve deeper into these great truths. Now let us close with the Purna Mantra. Please sit straight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Shantihi Hari Om Tat Sat Shantihi Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashiva Padakar Pranamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam.